Hey everybody, I just wanted to check in with you. I just got out of my counseling session. I have been seeing Ava Porterfield here in Bryan, Texas, I think since October, or maybe it was late September. But she's helped me tremendously, and I did my last check-in 2 weeks ago, and I actually got a message last night from somebody who had stumbled across that particular video, and it brought her to tears and really gave her hope to keep going. And so that's why I share this. I know I've had a lot of really negative feedback from people about saying that I share too much, and that this type of mental illness or going to counseling or marriage problems or whatever it is that I talk about is private and should be kept private. And I totally respect that. If you're one of those people who want to keep your life private, then by all means do it. If it's working for you, great. But for me, being open is really another form of therapy for me, because all my life I felt like I was all alone. All my life I felt like I was the only one struggling with certain things. And what I found is that as I've been open about everything I've struggled with, and I've had a lot of things to struggle with, I found that more and more people are out there struggling the same. So I'm not alone. And it gives everybody hope and, faith that they can get through it. And that's all I want to do, is that share my life with you, the ups and the downs, not just the highlight reels like most people do, so that you can see that I'm a normal person and that I'm no more prone to success or anything than you, and that you're not able to make the same changes. Everybody is. It all just starts with a decision to try. Coming to therapy has helped me tremendously with my relationship with my husband, my relationship with my children, my relationship with the people that I work with, whether they're coaches on my team or people that I'm helping reach goals. But overall, therapy has made me really think about what's a priority, and that is myself. I have unselfishly put myself first for the last couple of months. It's made me get out of my comfort zone. I've stopped feeling sorry for myself. I've stopped just staying at home. I've started doing things that really help me become me, help me become more confident, help me be happy, help me add value. Because if I'm sitting at my house all day long and have nothing to talk about other than, my workouts and my meals, I'm not adding any value to my family or to anybody who follows me. So I've been going out and stepping outside of my comfort zone and trying new things. And I'm really thankful for the opportunity that I have through becoming a coach years ago, and that I stepped out of my comfort zone and said yes instead of saying no, because so many people are so used to saying no out of just fear. So now I've started going back to that, starting new things. I've made a vow to myself that I would do one thing a week for myself, and that it was something either new or something that had to do with self-care. Because so many women out there don't know their own strength. They don't know their value. They put themselves last because they think that that's what's expected by their spouse, by their children, by society, and that is wrong. You cannot be a good mom. You cannot be a good friend. You cannot be a good spouse. You cannot be a good person if you're neglecting yourself, because when that happens, you're unhappy. And that's one thing that I realized, that working full-time for somebody else in their dream made me unhappy. I was unhappy. I was thinking yesterday about the live broadcast that I did. Before I became a coach, a full-time coach, I went to the dentist maybe once every year and a half or 2 years. Why? Not because I didn't think that my dental health was important. I certainly do. But the fact is, I didn't have the time off, and I couldn't get appointments sometimes that fit my work schedule or that I could do on my lunch hour. So I neglected myself. And it might be TMI, but how many women out there do not go get their routine checkups, don't get their annual checkups done that are important, that could really catch something very important like cervical cancer or breast cancer, because they don't have time, because they're too busy running their kids to their dentist appointments or their orthodontist appointments or this or that, and trying to maintain, peace at home, get their job done so that they don't lose their job, so they don't lose their health benefits, and they neglect themselves. And there's always in the back of their head worry and concern. And so for me, the last 2 years or 2+ years that I've been home, I've been able to go to the dentist every 6 months. So has my husband. So have the kids. I've been able to bring them and not have to have somebody else do it. I've been able to now go yesterday and check out my TMJ issues and know that I can get it fixed and don't have to live with it. A lot of people have been asking about why the orthodontic appliance is so expensive. They saw the price, and I know I've gotten a lot of suggestions about just getting a mouth guard. I've had a mouth guard. This is a special orthodontic appliance that gets changed weekly or bi-weekly to change your bite, so that it's basically a splint, so that your teeth aren't touching, so it relaxes your jaw and doesn't lead to further issues. And for me, I'm gonna have to do a sleep study because of the fact that I have some breathing issues that is probably causing a lot of the grinding, because my esophagus is actually smaller than most people's. They found that out in the CT scan. So along with that, I have to go do a sleep study. I can't imagine that if I ever was able to get in and go to this doctor in the Woodlands when I was working full time, and then they said you had to do a sleep study, I would have panicked. Oh my God, I have to leave my family. I have to, take time off of work. What am I going to do? How am I going to pay for it? And now I'm like, okay, I got this. And this is because of the opportunity that I have that allows me to do the things that I need to do to take care of myself. And I'm so glad that my therapist has really encouraged me to do this, to step out of my comfort zone, find things that are fun, that I enjoy, that do not involve alcohol, since I'm 7 months sober. Don't just sit in your house and say, oh, I can no longer have fun, so I'm doing this. I'm doing it alone. A lot of people might say, well, why aren't you doing it along with your family or husband? I'm doing it because when I'm doing it by myself, trying new things, then I don't have to worry about anybody else, whether they're enjoying it, whether they're having a bad time, whether they need to leave, whether they're rushed. I'm doing this for myself. So if you're a woman or a man out there who've sacrificed your time and, your sanity or your urge to do things for yourself, I really highly recommend you setting out some time. Maybe you don't have the freedom like I do at this point in time in your life to do it once a week, but maybe once a month, once every quarter. Do something that's brand new. Do something that you've always wondered what it would be like to do. And you might find your passion. You might find something that you enjoy. You might find something that, like, hey, it's cool, I said I did it, but it's not something I ever want to do again. So I encourage you to do that, because that's going to make you a much more well-rounded person. You're going to have new perspective. You're going to meet new people. Just yesterday alone, I met 4 new people. 4 new people, they're my friends. I am glad to have new perspective, because the more you hang out with the same exact people, the more you start acting like them and thinking like them. So then you know what happens when you have a problem and you go to that little circle? They're going to tell you exactly what you want to hear, or only one-sided or one opinion and bias. It is so important to have new perspective and new people that bring new things to your life, so that you are not stuck living the same life and hearing the same things over and over again, and adopting the same attitude from other people who chances are might be struggling with the same things you are, or negative or miserable. So anyways, I just thought I'd check in with you and let you know how therapy's going. We've kind of moved to every other week because things have been going well. I'm not going to stop going ever, because I feel that so many people find something that works for them, whether it's medication, whether it's therapy, whether it's a fitness program, and then they get to where they feel that they're comfortable and things are somewhat remedied or fixed, and then they stop. And then that's when you go right back to where you are. So for me, right now we're doing every other week sessions, but it's really helping. And I love the fact that I have the freedom now, and somebody telling me to go enjoy the freedom that you worked really hard for. I hear so many people that say, I don't have time for coaching. And let me tell you, when I started as a coach 4.5 years ago, I didn't really necessarily have the time either. I had 3 kids. 1 was 18 months old. 2 were in school. My husband worked 7 days out of town, and I worked 40 hours a week, and I lived 25 minutes from town. I didn't have the time, but you know what? I made the time, and now I have all the time in the world to do whatever the fuck it is I want to do. And I want you to have the same time and the same opportunity. So the thing is, you all find time for what is important. I really urge you to make yourself important and realize that there's opportunities out there, maybe not with me, but with somebody else, that will give you the ability to use your natural strength, and the ability to be free, and the ability to be happy and not stuck doing something that you don't enjoy. So I hope you have a happy Thursday and a good rest of the afternoon.